Looking for something to do on this bank holiday May the 4th? Then get along to the Chelmsley Con Club. Chelmsley Con Club presents Family Fun Day in conjunction with Kids Castles. Bouncy castles, face painting, candy floss, music, kids, slushies, and best of all, it's free admission to all, 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. More details, call 0777 8111 039.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant at Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the car.
And after tonight, just two more Tilton talk shows until our well-earned summer sabbatical as the team heads into its summer break. Who will come, who will go, what will happen at the Blues, if anything, over the summer months? A board meeting has been called on April the 30th to discuss and approve outstanding interim accounts. Will we find out, where that missing millions are? What's happened to the 7 bids? It's all gone quiet again, but it's Tuesday tomorrow, and that's the usual big day news. Blues are lose to a stunning overhead goal at division leaders Watford. The wheels have come off the Derby's promotion push after that emphatic 2-2 draw at the iPro, and the Dingles seem to be suffering the post-Blues blues. Up next, Reading away on Wednesday. Did you feel sorry for their goalkeeper as he blundered Arsenal through to their second successive FA Cup final? Grey gossip is again in full swing as he ups his game and has a couple of good performances with Arsene Wenger. That's him, Arsene Wenger. Now rumoured to be in the running. If he's got to go, then put a decent price on his head, that's what I say. And if we're led to believe we are financially robust for season, why should we sell him? Just another week being a Birmingham City fan.
We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
And a massive welcome back to the Tilton Talk Show Monday night, and a welcome back also to GA back in the studio again after an absence, shall we say? It's almost good to see you. Shut up, you're saying no more.
You didn't turn up last week.
I was here last
4
week.
minutes.
For 4 minutes, yeah. And my old mate Chris Pugh, nice to see you back here again, mate. Always good to meet you, Monday. And Mrs Browne himself.
That's the bloke. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, what a week this has been. The ups and downs of football, certain things we won't be talking about tonight, I'm sure. One of the things we will be discussing tonight is that cracking overhead goal that put pay to any thoughts of a result down at Watford. And a lot of people sort of giving it large on the social networks again about this, that and the other. Look, we lost to the top team. They are top of the division, and we lost 1-0. It wasn't so long ago when we were losing 8-0. I think we just better. I'm quite happy with where we are, Chris. About you?
Yeah, more than happy. Yeah, considering where we were a few months ago, I think you have to put things into perspective. And we've come such a long way that being disappointed with the defeat at Watford is ridiculous. Really, like you say, they're top of the league. In my view, they're going to finish that way.
I think so,
and they'll be a Premier League club next year. So to go there and we didn't have many chances, and that they bossed it pretty much the whole way through. But to only lose 1-0 is, it's commendable that we've kept it relatively tight for as long as we could, and it took a goal like that did finally break us down.
But when you are top of the table, though, that's what happens, isn't it? You do break the the middle and the lower teams down. And,
yeah, exactly. And we weren't going to go there and try and pass them off the park and outscore them. The logical thing was to try and keep it tight as long as possible and frustrate them, and we did that. And like you say, it was pretty much a worldie that.
It was. Look, when Birmingham City lose, and I come home from the club at 3:00 in the morning, I don't watch the Football League show. Okay, this week I watched the Football League show just so I could see that goal, and it was an absolute stunner. It was a John Gale, Leyland Daft Cup final type scenario, wasn't it? Where you're going to hit it, and it's either going to fly into the stands or it's going to go into the top corner. And credit to the lad, he netted it, and there you go. Watford at top of the league. Well done to them.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
all we can say.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Now, as there are no other Midlands news football stories going on this week, we'll go straight into.
Can I just say it was a great semi-final though. I think Inverness they did absolutely
what
fantastic.
Celtic doing right into the SFA and we didn't get an handball. What's that all about?
I didn't realise that happened.
Right, Celtic have written to the Scottish Football Association complaining that they didn't get a penalty.
Oh, right.
Aww, and it's sad.
Bless them.
Huh? It's like they've become like the prima donnas of Scottish football, though, isn't it? Nobody can touch us and this, that, and
they're so desperate for that treble. I think since Rangers have been demoted, they haven't actually managed the treble.
No, it's not going to happen.
Which is pretty poor if you think that without a good Rangers side, they are the only team in Scotland, really. And I think it has affected them not having that rivalry, and they, like I say, they haven't managed that treble yet. Both cups and the league. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I think it's probably that disappointment of realising that again that's tipped them over the edge this time.
I just find it a little bit silly. Look, I did see the incident. It was a handball. It was in the area.
These things happen.
It was ball to hand. Now I don't know then why the FA don't clear this ambiguity up and say any hand contact in the penalty area and it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Is that not too difficult?
Be deliberate or accidental?
Right, absolutely. Right. If there's any hand contact in the penalty area with the ball, and it's a penalty. That's it. Simple. It's quite easy to clear up, isn't it? And then you haven't got all this ambiguity with the referees having to make a split-second decision. Was it ball to hand, hand to ball? Was his arm raised?
But then you'll get players deliberately trying to chip it onto their hand,
I suppose you could,
so that it's a penalty. If you're on the edge of the box
very good
and
shot.
you're going nowhere,
I was thinking
it's a very good shot if you could do
hands
that.
behind your back, in your pockets.
But a lot of people have. A lot of defenders have been trying that to keep their hands out of the way.
Yeah.
They've been going with their hands behind the back. You can't defend like that.
No, you need your.
You have to be playing normally. And I just think, but it is the one area where there's such, like you say, ambiguity. What is and what isn't a handball nowadays?
Can we ban somebody from the shout box, please?
Yes.
For abuse.
Oh. Just saw some pink shirts come up then. Didn't like it at all.
Get off. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, like just the handballs. It's arguably the trickiest decision to make. It is so. There's no clear. it's just the referee's opinion of whether you have to trust the referee's opinion.
That and offsides, because there was a dubious one over the weekend at some junction, wasn't there?
Was there?
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Very.
And Adam really scores 20 goals. There you go.
Glad to see David Silver didn't suffer too much of a bad injury, so he hasn't got a broken jaw, but it did look quite nasty. That was one heck of an elbow he took in the face, wasn't it? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And,
It wasn't a nice one at all. Yeah.
No, not nice to see. Right, okay, so as I said, just 2 more Tilton talk shows after tonight. That's next Monday and... Sorry?
It has, isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah, before you know it, it'll all be done and dusted, won't it? And finished and
we'll be
I'm quite happy with where Birmingham City are 14th at the minute. I don't think I could have asked for that at the beginning of the football
Nick,
season.
do you think we'll be sold next season?
No.
I have to ask you because I have to ask you every year.
You ask me every week, Chris. But no, the saga I just think will sadly continue and just draw out and Carson Young will be out of prison before we're sold, I believe.
We can't go on for so long. Just can't.
Well, there's
I'll be a bit more optimistic. I think now we've sealed our championship place, we've got a whole summer of, their sole purpose now is to get this.
Well, there's an AGM coming up now. Not an AGM, beg your pardon, a board meeting being called for the 30th of April by the receivers, and that is then to discuss the interim set of accounts. Where the possibilities of perhaps this 4 million that's gone missing has actually gone to. Have they found it? Haven't they found it? Is there any more missing? I ain't got a clue what's going to come out of the woodwork, to be honest with you.
No.
And I don't think we're probably going to know, and I don't think we're going to find out.
No.
Whether they have a duty to report that to the HKSC, I'm not sure.
I think the duty will just be to submit the accounts. I don't think there'll be, and submitting accounts is just, you can hide behind so much by submitting.
They've said that they're going to print and publish them relatively quickly after that meeting. So at least it looks like Ernst and Young got the fingers on the balls a little bit better,
they're
so
trying.
But there must be an heck of a minefield to trawl through. It's quite a.
It was never going to take. It was never going to be over in a week as when they come in. So it's just a case of being patient as we can as we have been the last few years.
Right, taking an assumption, taking a double-edged look at this. If the accounts are really, really, really poor and BHL have got to raise capital to continue to trade or to do whatever they want to do, do you think that increases the chances and likelihoods of Birmingham City being sold?
I think it'll raise the awareness of potential buyers, definitely.
But then potential buyers will perhaps want to come in on the cheap then, won't they?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But if it, that's how these things work. These investors and buyers will be waiting for exactly the right moment so they can get it at the lowest possible price.
And don't forget this summer, the investors will be looking at 2 other clubs quite close to us as well, won't they?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're not the only ones in the Midlands.
Prosperous and...
It's just a nest, isn't it, Chris?
But if one's going for 75, 80 million and the other one's going for 10, 15...
it's all about potential, isn't it? Is that potential?
Definitely.
It is, and look, we were a pretty decent Premier League side 3 years ago. Pretty decent, we're on that long run with, was it 19 unbeaten games in the Premier League? That's like pretty much unheard of, isn't it, for a Birmingham City team? And we had quality players in this, that, and the other. And I don't know. I even saw Samish Kumar on YouTube the other night. I was watching some old YouTubes, and I thought, "Oh, this is reminiscent of just how it was." You know what I mean? Wonder what he's doing lately.
Does he fancy buying a club?
No. Didn't he? He owned Mark One, didn't he?
Mark One clothing company, wasn't it? And they were like the bottom end of Primark.
That's right. Yeah.
They were the bits that the bits at Primark are always left on the floor. I think they used to sweep them up and then flog them off.
They were by Nelson House. I remember that.
I've still got my Mark One shirt actually.
I have as well. Yeah. It was a Wembley one, wasn't it? Mark One.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Still got that.
Yeah.
Mark One.
There you go.
John Galwan.
Yeah, sort of going back to these accounts, and I'm hoping it does push something along, you know. I mean, but I just can't feel optimistic, and I don't feel optimistic about anything as far as the sale of the football club goes, because it's just gone on for so long.
It's difficult to feel optimistic, isn't it, when you build your hopes up every time there's an announcement and nothing comes out. So, but it's got to happen once. It's got to happen at some point. So,
has it?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah,
you actually are optimistic about that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Are you, Chris?
I'm not really. No,
I'm not. I'm just genuinely not. And I think it's just going to go on forever.
But is that just being so blasé about it?
Probably.
You've got so used to nothing happening.
And I don't know how long a company can not trade its shares. To be honest with you, I'm Daniel Ivory's the one for all that kind of information. I ain't got a clue. I'm not into stocks and shares and all this. If somebody mentions stock to me, it's usually a bit of chicken. I'm doing some cooking with, you know what I mean? Either that or them things that people used to throw eggs at you in the street. You know, they're stocks, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I ain't got a clue like how long they can just sit there without share trading and still be listed, so to speak,
as a company. Yeah.
If anybody out there does know, then that would be nice to sort of get a little bit of clarity on that. What did can you flick back over and see what Blue Hobbit we just said about that one, Chris? With the accounts up to date, we may get even more bidders or interest.
Yeah,
if
you're an investor, a potential investor or a bidder, you need to know the current state. I mean, chances are the accounts won't show a fair reflection of the current state at all. But you've got it there in writing, so that if it isn't, you can fall back on those accounts, but you do need
Birmingham International Holdings, though, rather than Birmingham City PLC.
Yes, absolutely, But you want to know their position. Their position is arguably more important than our position at the moment, because they're the ones that are, the nooses around their neck, not ours.
It's unfortunate we talk about bidders and investors rather than we talk about football people wanting to buy the club. It's so true, isn't it?
It's sad that we talk about this for 3 years, Chris, and we talk about football.
Yeah.
That's that to me is just heartbreaking. To be perfectly honest with you, is that and like I say, well, look, we lost against top team Watford. We should have been disseminating that game and having a good 20 minutes on that. But I don't know, it just all kind of goes into the back burner a little bit, doesn't it? With I perhaps feel down this week with everything else that's gone on.
I think it's more a case that our season has ended, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's another thing as well. We're coming to the end.
Who said that?
Who invited him?
We're coming to the end of the season.
Stick on this programme, I'll tell you.
There might be more to come yet. We might convene a special one on May the 3rd. June the 1st.
Your beer tastes a bit funny. Don't worry.
I'm warm.
I was Boston.
Sorry, Chris.
No, like Chris just said, the season's coming to an end, and with only 2 games left, we're not going down. So sorry, 3. Yeah. So it's just coming to that stage, isn't it, where everything is dying down football wise. No,
pride. But listen, pride's a big thing, and also there is something to play for. These next 3 games, if we can get result, that puts you into a good frame of mind for the start of next season. And
it does, as long as the players are still there.
Well,
a large percentage of those players might not be there. Who knows? But as we say, nothing can be sorted on that side of things until we know what the situation is in the boardroom, and that's the frustrating thing.
I don't think Gray's going to be there next season. I think the temptation is going to be just too much.
It's got to be. That's that. The sale of Damari Gray is perhaps the survival of the football club for the whole season. If you know what I mean. And that's a sad indictment of how things have gone.
Yeah.
When we would have.
But we're not the only ones going through it. There are Premier League clubs who are thinking we can cash in on our star player and be sorted for the season. Then, and we're in dire financial strife. But there are Premier League clubs in much more comfortable positions than us that are thinking exactly the same thing as us. regarding their star players. So.
Yeah, Hubbard's just made a very good point. He said if it wasn't for Gary Rowett, our season probably wouldn't be over.
Well, it would be over. I guarantee it would be over. It'd have been over about 3 weeks ago, like Blackpool's was.
What we've also got to say is a massive congratulations to Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank and the Burton Albion crew for getting promotion.
Yeah,
an absolute tremendous job, and of course, well done also to Gary Rowett for the incredible work that he did there.
Rowett,
and then for Jimmy Floyd to continue, and it's going to be nice because obviously Burton's very local to me.
Of course,
it's going to be nice to see Burton Albion up there in the
League One
results, reading the name out on the TV. So well done Burton Albion and everybody concerned with the club.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, going back to our situation, I just don't I don't know, but I think it is the blasé bit. It is the how long has this gone for? It is the fact that we've had to talk about it so many times, and I want to be over that. I want to be out of it. I don't want to have discussions about the owners unless I want to come in and have an interview on a who's who.
It'd be nice to talk about
football,
what I mean? Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And not have all this strife. But you're dead right what you're saying. I mean, there's Leeds, there's Blackpool, there's just so many.
Coventry, Newcastle, massive club like Newcastle,
Cardiff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
there are a lot of clubs that you don't think of that are actually
exactly,
in the red.
Yeah,
in the red. Lots of clubs, Premier League clubs,
big clubs.
Yeah, big clubs. Yeah. Be interesting to find out.
And Ob says that the Blues will produce another starlet anyway. After
he's been very optimistic tonight.
He is, isn't he? Bless him. I like his style.
Stuff, keep it up.
He's encouraging me. He's like spurring me on.
Yeah.
I've had a bad weekend, Chris.
You've had a bad back as well, haven't you?
I've had a really bad back.
Yeah.
I'll actually come up your drive. If you want to replay your CCTV in a minute, you'll come up your drive like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, shouting Esmeralda. Yes, I've had a bad back for weeks, but it's not getting any better. So I've got to ring a guy called Trevor Smith.
Okay.
And I reckon for £12 he can sort it out.
Oh yeah. And the back.
I'll
be careful.
That was live on air.
I'll be careful.
But it's that's how I feel at the minute about it.
Yeah, but like I say, it's getting used to. You expect for nothing to come out, and you expect it's got to the stage where most of the fans are actually expecting nothing to happen, and for us to be talking about exactly the same things at the start of next season with a group of new players that not many of the fans have heard of, and so
that's really all we can do.
But
to be
again, on the optimistic side, though, if something were to happen, like this, Sheikh billionaire came in and bought us out, and I can't see it, not for a minute, but
no.
The only reason I could see it is to carry the name of Birmingham, because it bears the city's name, of course, unlike any other team locally.
Would you take on anyone who had the money?
Or
would you rather
what say have I actually got in it, though, Chris? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What say have I or you or anybody in this room got in it? None whatsoever. It'll be down to the receivers, and it'll be down to the shareholders on a vote, I suppose.
Definitely.
The guy that took it on last time supposedly had the money, and we were all euphoric about that, and going into this massive market of China, and being.
Yeah,
it was all. Yeah. It was there. It was actually ready made. For success, for massive success.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the wheels fell off the wagon, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Things out of our control, and just goes to show what a relegation can do. You get relegated.
Someone's going to get twatted in
no, that's not what you think it is. That's actually quite funny. That is,
okay. GA's just put something up on the shout box. Do have a look at it and make your comment. We're going to have a look at it now, actually. So the ball's coming in over the top of his head, goes round him. Goalkeeper saves it, kicks it backwards and into his own net. Brilliant. Yeah, that is quite good. I thought perhaps you were putting dirty things on our shout box again.
That's for later.
Okay. Yeah, that's worth a look. Have a look at that.
Things. Oh goodness me! Oh dear. Lose yourself. Right. Okay. Let's get a little more positive then, and go into our ladies. I know that it was only a draw the weekend.
Yeah.
But they did try hard, apparently.
Yeah. They considering the players we had out, we had our first team right back, Chelsea Weston's out for the season, and we're still without Kirsty Linnett and Karen Carney. And and Alex Windale went off injured during the game. So for an already thin squad, we're getting thinner by the week.
We missed a penalty.
Yeah, but like I say, we against Notts County, who spent a lot of money in the summer and brought in a lot of good players. We were the better team, especially in the second half. We absolutely bossed it second half. But unfortunately, like you say, 10 minutes left, got a penalty, and their goalkeeper, Carly Telford, England goalkeeper, saved it, just like she did last season, on the last day of last season, saved Carney's penalty on that day, and she saved it from Remy Allen this time, so she seems to have the jinx over Blues penalty takers at the moment. But it was definitely a positive performance, though. I know the manager wasn't happy with the performance against Man City in the Cup.
Yeah.
But it was the second half in particular. We were a much better team, which I was expecting a lot more from Notts County, but we bossed it with the team that we had out there. So there are positives to be taken from it, definitely. 438. So it could have been more, but the weather wasn't great again. So hopefully, once the men's season finishes and and obviously
I don't understand why
there was another team involved on Sunday, wasn't there? So another Midlands team were playing on Sunday apparently. So
Notts County ladies,
that would have affected the attendance as well. So
we here at Hollywood Monster are the largest signage contractor and wide format printers in the Birmingham region. Our skilled craftspeople provide clients in London, Manchester and across the UK with a range of graphics and digitally printed products, from A4 signboards and banners to the largest building rapport structure. We are experts in consultancy, project management and planning, and offer a bespoke service from supply only to a fully experienced safe installation service that is insured. For further information, please contact us on 0121 764 3222 or visit our website at www.hollywoodmonster.co.uk.
Sports Radio Birmingham.
Yes, it's a pity they can't play it in the summer months, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the majority of it is. Unfortunately, we've got the World Cup takes place in June, so they've had to start it slightly earlier and finish it slightly later so that they can break for the World Cup, because all the no WSL fixtures are played during the World Cup because most of the players are out there. So
I had Radio 5 Live on the way down today. Usually I listen into Radio Aston, but I decided not to tonight.
Good choice,
for specific reasons. And they were talking on there that one of the England girls has nutted somebody or something.
Oh yeah.
She's now not going to get another game now until the World Cup starts.
Well, it's out of character for her. Jill Scott, her name is. She's a regular in the England squad. And she plays for Man City, and she headbutted an Arsenal player at the weekend. So she's out for 3 games, which, as you say, means that she won't play again for Man City until the World Cup now. And it's another one of these where you think, is she that clever to think that she's worried about her England play? She's worried about an injury maybe, and she knows that she's not going to play until the World Cup now, so she'll be guaranteed a World Cup place. But I don't think it would be.
You always want game time, though.
I think that's a bit cynical thinking, but it was out of character for her. But yeah, but I think she'll be in the squad anyway, so I don't think it'll impact her place in the squad.
How many games are actually played in the WSL?
14.
So there's 14 games. Don't you think that retrospectively it would be better on a sending off just to have like a 2 game suspension?
Possibly. You do miss a lot. You do miss a lot of the season as a percentage compared to 38 games in the Premier League, for example. But they're the FA rules for men and women, so don't get sent off.
No.
Would be the best option.
What happened to Nat Peters over the weekend? Anybody know?
No.
Why?
Well, allegedly.
Oh, yes.
Allegedly, he was a little bit drunk on the train. Allegedly.
No, that's not like that at all.
The game. This girl tweeted that she really hoped he got home safe.
Goodness sake.
Yeah. You just
anyone
tend to go a
heard
bit
from him
overboard
since?
with it, you know.
Sorry?
You just tend to go a bit overboard with his...
Do you know, he's a funny character. He was, when we had that ladies' game last year, and oh dear me, we were stood down in the corner. I was howling at him. He's such a laugh, bless him. I'm sure he's still got a headache though.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so you're talking about who might come and who might go then at the Blues. I think we're probably resigned to the fact that Damari Gray is probably going to exit. And
looks like Liverpool and Tottenham.
whose news is this? Football News
it's just come in,
24/7.
yeah.
Arsenal set to fend off interest from Liverpool for Championship ace. Now, if Liverpool and Arsenal are interested in Damari Gray, to me his price has just gone up. His price has just gone up another two.
Yeah.
As long as we can afford to put it up and try and push a bargain, push the price up, because
He's
You've
got
two people bidding, they'll push the price up.
He's got 12. Yes,
as long as we can afford to put it up high enough
to keep
so
them
that
interested.
they're not interested anymore. You know, because there's no point in us saying no, 7 million,
But we
no,
did-
8 million.
but we did-
when
we
they
did that.
say no, and we say, oh, well, we've got to sell because
We
we need
did
4
that,
million.
and he had 4 or 5 bad games, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know he's come back into his own again these last couple of games. So people are going to, sit up and think, oh yeah, that's a little bit bright there.
Yeah.
They'd
They'd also
but
note,
would he
they'd
get?
also note the 4 or 5 bad games as well.
But
because-
would he get into an Arsenal and or a Liverpool team?
Firstly,
Is it-
no chance. Not a
You know
chance
what I mean?
now. No.
So, but then it's what wages they could have, or possibly offer him that compared
Yeah.
to. I think have we got a £6,000 cap on our wage structure?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know that.
No.
No.
If anybody knows, let me know.
But he'd just go.
He's not gonna be on a big
sign
wage,
and
is he,
go out
St
on
Andrews?
loan somewhere. So
He's not going to be on a big wage at St Andrews.
No,
is he?
no,
You know what I
no.
mean? So, it is. It's no longer about loyalties, is it? It's just about dollar. It's all about the money.
If we go back to JK, he says Frida Ayizi should be back and scored for the academy. Going back.
yeah,
to,
I was just going to mention the development side. Actually, we beat Doncaster 5-2 on Sunday, and Frida Aisi scored 4, and I know she scored.
Can we sign her up on the girls? We've got the men's team.
She scored in the 4-1 win over B6 as well last week. But obviously she's come back. She's been suspended for her altercation with the Man City goalkeeper, in which she got sent off.
Yeah.
But she'll be available again soon, hopefully. And playing in the development side is good. So she's getting game time still while she's not available. But the development side on the day we lost to Man City in the FA Cup quarter-final, they got knocked out of the Development Cup in the semi-final stage on penalties to Liverpool.
Right.
But it turned out that Liverpool had actually made 4 substitutions in the
So there was an
game.
interesting question coming in.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What was the referee mistake?
Yeah, Liverpool made 4 subs
Oh, right,
in the game. So
That's ridiculous.
yeah,
didn't know what
I
you
don't know.
meant.
I don't know and none of the fans noticed, how any of the FA representatives
Do they
who
have a
were there
fourth official?
noticed. Yeah,
Yeah.
They must have had. They've got the whole team there, and they let it happen.
That's a
And it was
massive
picked up
mistake.
on by Blues fans. Obviously, going out, we wrote to the FA, and it's rearranged for Sunday now. So
So that's a complete replay.
yeah, so that
Right,
semi-final
okay,
is being replayed on Sunday, and obviously both Blues and Liverpool have got first team fixtures, but we had a couple of players away with England, under 19 level, under 18 level, who will be available this time. So it's actually benefited us because we've got our development side is strengthened by that, and they'll have a few missing because they go to the first team, which Liverpool didn't have a game at that time, so they were able to play a lot of the players who'd be in the first team
That's actually
squad.
almost unthinkable, isn't it? Changing 4 subs.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but yeah,
I think the thing that they thought they could get away with it just baffles me.
Well,
Well, they
yeah,
did.
possibly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did get away with it.
Sort
Yeah,
of, yeah.
yeah. But we were so down to the bare bones that our captain Anna Wilcox, who normally plays in defence or midfield, she was in goal, so she was playing in goal. That's how stretched the squad was. But hopefully we'll have a better squad this time to choose from. And the final is in Stratford.
All right, at
So
Stratford Round.
so it'll be
Nice
local
old
for
ground,
Blues to get there, and the winners play Sunderland, who got to the final. So hopefully,
So do they get fined as well? Do you know?
I'm not sure what the implications were, apart from the fact that the semi-final will be replayed on Sunday.
What was the original score of the semi-final?
We lost on penalties. I think it was 2-2,
yeah.
and we lost on penalties.
Okay, so that opens an avenue at least.
Yeah.
Isn't it? A little bit of
Well,
optimism there.
We if we win that, obviously we're in the final of the cup, and we're also doing really well in the league as well. It's a three-way fight in the league between us, Man City, and Liverpool in the development league as well. So we're going strong on the development side of things. So, but it's showing because players like Charlie Wellings and Coral Haynes who have been in the development side have come into the first team, and Coral was named player of the match on Sunday. It was her first appearance in the first team this season, and she was named player of the match. And that rise from development to first team.
That's a massive boost for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
you get that on day one.
Yeah, but it's ever so good. So
J.K. reckons that Birmingham City has produced more England players than any other club.
yes, I think that is the case. Yeah,
That's a great compliment to the
for
club,
the
isn't
our
it?
academy and centre of excellence.
Yeah, but it's just
Fantastic.
an absolute pity that we can't keep hold of them.
Yeah.
The shame is that it's all right producing
We have done
them,
up to now,
but we're producing them for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to flip back to the men's, Blue Hopper says if Gray goes to a big team, he will be a bench warmer. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't
probably
even get on the bench.
knows that,
He wouldn't even get on the bench at somewhere like Arsenal or Liverpool. They'd buy him and loan him out straight away.
Yeah.
He might even end up back at us on loan,
I
like
don't see-
Butland did. But
don't see the point of that.
yeah,
Don't see the point of it at all.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, that's the first half almost gone, Chris.
Yeah, it is,
almost gone. Next ladies' game is where?
Sunday at home to Chelsea, and they're 3 wins from 3 in the league, so they're absolutely flying. But we beat them last season, and hopefully we can halt their march again on Sunday, and then the Wednesday after, 3 days later or 4 days later, we've got Bristol Academy at home as well, and they're struggling big time. So that'll be hopefully a good confidence boost for the girls. So
Right,
a couple of home games in quick succession to get our season back on track.
Kick-off time on Sunday is
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah,
£6 to get in.
7 on the day. I
£7.
think 6 if you buy it
Right,
in advance. I'm pretty sure.
and you can buy them from Blues Ticket Office.
Yeah, Blues Ticket Office or Birmingham City Ladies FC.
Another question: can you print them yourself? Do you know?
That's a good question. Not sure. Not 100%
right.
sure, but
Just one of them things that.
yeah. The Twitter page and Facebook page will tell you anything.
Yeah,
So.
I'm sure they will. And there is also a blues website, a ladies' website as well, and
If you
fans' website. What do you call them?
Thingy.
Thingies, yeah, a thingy, not a forum so much. No. Where all the fans get together and
Fan zone.
it'll come to me. Sure.
supporters club.
Yeah, supporters.
Yeah. Well, that's been
was odd.
taken over recently.
Right.
By Blues Collective.
Oh,
Have taken over the
Oh, yes,
Birmingham
that's
City
right.
Ladies Supporters Club.
They're putting on bands and stuff.
Yes,
Yep.
they are.
Yeah,
They had a couple of guys there on entertainment on Sunday, and
Daniel was there doing Twitter feeds and the likes. On
Yes, I think he
Sunday,
was.
wasn't
Yeah.
What?
But but that's hopefully the supporters club will get better, because it was a bit quiet. There wasn't much activity on it. But hopefully with Blues Collective coming on, they'll boost the.
I think they've been doing it for a while, the bands and stuff, haven't they?
Yes, but they had a couple of guys there Sunday, like I said, and I know
good.
they wanted to gauge how people were what fans wanted for the match day experience. So hopefully things will improve there.
Brilliant.
Right, what have we got lined up for half-time entertainment?
We've got a
Jenny?
couple of songs.
Couple of songs. Okay, see you in a minute.
Image Cleaning Consultants, your office cleaning specialists. Contact us on 0121 681 1023 or visit our website www.imagecleaning.org. We cover Birmingham, Solihull and all of the West Midlands. Call us now. Call us now on 0121 681 1023 or email info@imagecleaners.org.
When we are together, whatever weather, whatever town, there is no space like our place we are heading for. When we are together, whatever weather, whatever town, memories of places all crowded with faces where home sweet home sweet
Home sweet home, give me that 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 home sweet home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet
home sweet home sweet
One love, one life. We hope you're feeling alright. We only here for one night. 'Cause let's live, let's vibe. Throw your hands in the sky. The only place I'm alive. Throw 'em up, party people in the club. Party people showing love. Party people throw 'em up, throw 'em up, throw 'em up. Party people in the club. Party people showing love. Party people throw 'em up, up, up.
When we are together, whatever weather, whatever town, memories of places all crowded with faces where home sweet home sweet No matter where we are going, I know that I'm coming straight back home. 'Cause no matter how far I go now, I know I can never really be alone. Home sweet home.
You know we up in the place. You know we up in the place. Party for days. Let the music just take you away. Just give me a taste. Lost in the moment. Tonight we own it. So let the music just take you away. We going up and 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 away.
Home sweet home. Home sweet home. Sweet No matter where we are going, I know that I'm coming straight back home. 'Cause no matter how far I go now, I know I can never really be alone. Home sweet home.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. The chanted super blues ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We it till the end of the day.
Massive welcome back to the Tilton Talk Show. Monday night, always a pleasure to be in the studio with Chris Pugh, Chris Browne, and somebody else is here as well. I've had a bad weekend. I can't help it. I can't talk about it.
Funnily enough, I had a good weekend.
Anyway, we're going to talk about something completely different now. Competition time. It's Reading away on Wednesday. Predict the score, predict the crowd, win yourself a nice shirt.
Yes.
So away you go. Let's have them on the shout box. Chris Browne, Reading away.
Reading away. Oh, what's it now? It's one of them strange games. I think we're going to sneak a 1-0 win now.
So 0-1. Yep.
I think the gate's going to be about 19,300. I think they get pretty decent gates.
19-3. Chris, off you go. You've done your research this week because I know because you're smiling.
No,
Wow, tonight.
I think that's a little high. Obviously, they've just got knocked out of the cup, taken 120 minutes by Arsenal. That's, that might knock the stuffing out of them. They've got nothing to play for, really. I know they're not mathematically safe, I don't think yet, but technically they are because of the teams that are down the bottom. So I will go 2-1 Blues, 1-2.
1-2.
With an attendance of 15,750.
G8.
I think it's got an FA Cup with a draw written all over it, to be honest.
0-0, 1-1, 2-2?
1-1.
1-1. And your gate is?
Oh, let's say 14,000 at 313.
3-1-3. And me, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to the Blues. So that's a 0-2. And almost, Chris, almost likewise, because I know you've done your research on what their attendances have been like, haven't you?
No.
You? Come on, admit it.
No.
You've got that little guilty Chris Pugh smile all over your face.
I'll tell you the average attendance.
Slightly.
Okay, well, I'm going to guess 15,143. Go on, then the average attendance at Reading is...
Blue Obers first. Reading 2-2 he's gone for.
2-2 for Hobby, yeah.
And he's gone for 14,689.
14,689.
And Reading's, it's that. See?
Right, okay. Mm-hmm.
Just in case somebody else...
Yeah, that's not too shabby, actually.
No,
It's not too shabby.
No. Chris is pretty close. Yeah. Some strange reason.
Weird, isn't it?
The only thing I did, I'll tell you the only thing I did, I looked at their last game, which was also a weeknight, and it was Bournemouth.
Right.
And it was about 19,000.
The distance between Bournemouth and Reading Birmingham is
4,000 Bournemouth fans went.
Isn't that sad?
Right, well, we're not going to be taking 4,000.
Exactly, which is why I went lower than 19.
Yeah. Look, can you see where we are in the average attendances? We are
yes, I can. 15th. 15th with 16,036. That's our average attendance.
Just above Bolton. Well, I would have thought Blackpool would have been on the bottom, but they're not. Rotherham at the bottom.
Yeah,
Rotherham at the bottom with 10,138. That's quite
the
an
difference is theirs is
table.
normally more full, a hell of a lot more full than Blackpool's.
Yeah.
What's that?
And
That's
at the
the
top,
attendance you asked me to give you.
Right, GA is saying... right, okay, no, I've got you. Right, okay, I'm with you now. Right, nobody won on the Watford one. Chris, you went for 4-1 for Watford.
Mm-hmm. Close.
It's a good job I wasn't here, isn't it? I did hear your comments last week, mate. It's a good job I wasn't here. I went for 1-2 to the Blues. I've got that, my friend, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. No, I haven't, actually, because you've got the pen. And Ollie...
yeah,
Who wrote these down last week?
I did.
You've spelled his name, Oil.
I know, yeah. I'm dyslexic.
Ollie went 3-0 to Watford.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll have that again. The actual attendance was 19,156. And the closest to that was myself at 20,507. So I'll take one for the team, even though I didn't get the score right. But again, I'm not too I'm not too upset at the actual outcome of that game, to be honest with you. But I think no. Right, we're going to go back to FA Cup game over the weekend, Reading and Arsenal.
Yeah.
So,
They come pretty close, didn't they, as well, Reading?
I think Reading.
Oh,
look,
I felt sorry for
poor
them.
goalkeeper.
No, right. This is what I want to talk about. That poor goalkeeper. When that poor goalkeeper came to St Andrews, he was giving it large to all our
Yeah.
supporters, right?
Oh, I hate him.
So sorry, unlucky. You made a mistake. You're out the cup. That's football. That's That's as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Look
can't-
at the mistake that Arsenal made in the 89th minute when Obafemi Martins picked the ball up and slotted home for Birmingham City to beat Arsenal in a final at Wembley.
Said that over the
Okay.
weekend.
Scored
Do
a
we-
scored a wonderful goal over the weekend.
Do we
Obafemi.
feel sorry for Chesney and Koscielny?
Exactly.
We didn't feel sorry for them, did we?
No.
So
No.
I'm afraid I can't feel sorry for him.
So
The
you
poor
know,
error.
and you know, I hope he makes another mistake on Wednesday night. I
Yeah.
hope he makes 5 mistakes. I don't care. I couldn't care about Reading's goalkeeper. Why should I?
No.
You know, and I don't know why social media lights up with people saying like, "Oh, you know, I really feel
Bless
sorry."
him,
Unlucky,
yeah.
tough. You missed it. You got knocked out. That's the rules. Right, that's the only other game I can talk about over the weekend.
This is Obafemi's goal, if you want
Can
to.
you put that on the shout box by any
Yeah,
chance?
I'll put it back in the
Oh, that
shout
is an
box.
absolute
Did you
cracking
see
turn.
that?
Turn has been. I like
Class.
that. Who's he playing for now?
Seattle Saunders.
Seattle Saunders,
Yeah. I'll put that on the show box.
Yeah, because he never played after that cup final, then, did he? Again?
No, I don't think
No?
Yeah. I love that day, but I hate that day because that day kind of like was the start of everything going wrong.
It
Yeah, I
was,
see
wasn't
what
it?
you mean.
Yeah. One of the greatest days out of my life, without a doubt. You know, to go to Wembley and to beat Arsenal at Wembley in a cup final, to beat Arsenal in a cup final at Wembley, to beat Arsenal in a cup final at Wembley.
Yeah.
We will, yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. We actually won the game at Wembley, didn't we?
Yeah,
That's
fair and
true,
square.
yeah, that's
Fair and
right,
square.
yeah,
And
we
we
won it,
scored
didn't we?
first.
Yep.
So
Who
there
did
you
we
go.
beat?
Arsenal.
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 Oh, right, I can't remember. Yeah.
You can wash
Pretty-
your hands
must
and
be-
faces,
They're not
you
doing
can
much
wash your
nowadays,
arms.
Yeah.
are
Must be pretty easy to do then, really.
Well, we'll see. 30th of May.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, all right, okay. I am going to have to talk about it because it is our closest rivals, and GA's smiling.
It's not a pretty sight, is it?
The only thing I am going to say to it is that nobody spoke to me for an hour after the game. There you go. End of.
Did you go on social media at all? I couldn't look.
No. Not even when Liverpool scored that first goal. I just do you know when you have a feeling about a game
Yeah.
that it's all going to go pear shaped. That was the one game, and in fairness to Liverpool, not in fairness to Liverpool, they didn't even show up. They were disgustingly terrible. And that wasn't a Liverpool performance. That was not a Liverpool performance.
Well, I was at Blues Ladies, obviously, so I didn't see any of it. I just saw the highlights when I got back. But yeah, it didn't.
However,
look,
I have
didn't look
written to
great.
the FA because there was one offside decision, which
Get Celtic to do it for you.
Yeah.
well, you know, I've used their edited notepaper.
As somebody was saying a minute ago, to do with a particular goalkeeper, those are the rules.
They are the rules. That is.
These are the rules.
It was onside. It was onside.
Yes, it was.
Thanks for admitting that because it was onside. So therefore, I actually feel you've cheated your way through to a final.
Yeah.
But just by the fact that you've just admitted that it was onside.
It wasn't necessarily going to be a goal because both Villa players stopped playing. So
Don't say that word in here.
players.
Right, yes. So I suppose now Twitter and Facebook are going to go crazy over the next. Was it 6 weeks? We've got 6 weeks to wait, haven't we?
Yeah, I don't
6
think,
weeks.
you know.
Depending on the result, Chris, can we you know, like boards call AGMs and like extraordinary
Yeah.
AGMs.
Yeah.
Depending on the result, can we call a show?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, special.
Right,
Yeah.
a Tilton talk show special.
Tilton Talk FA Cup special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Arsenal special.
you would be invited, obviously, to come along.
I would come.
As long as there is one.
As long as there is one. As long as we decide there is one. Yeah, that's right. Other members of the team, GA, you know what I mean? Have we got any more predictions coming in, Chris, please?
I don't think. No.
No, not yet. Okay, still baffles me that Arsenal fans turned up late to the game. You know what else baffles
Well, that's
me as well?
it's North London, isn't it?
Yeah,
And you have to
yeah,
walk up the road, don't they? So-
What really, 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 really grates me about Wembley Stadium is that area of executive seating
it's
that you
awful.
can see on the TV, and
Yeah.
it's 3 parts empty.
Yeah.
Absolutely
That
chronic.
ring
Why
that goes
didn't
around
they-
the middle.
Talking about
I know. Well, why didn't they put it over this side so that,
Just
so
so
that
it
you
looks
can't see it
awful,
on
it
TV?
looks
You know what I
awful,
mean?
yeah.
And,
Talking
Yeah.
about that, I noticed that there's only 25,000
That's right,
tickets
yeah.
being allocated
But
to each side.
But it's been like that for years and years.
Yeah,
now.
it's
I know.
wrong,
It
isn't
is
it?
wrong.
It's
It
wrong.
is. It's wrong.
I also
It's wrong.
noticed that certain fans of a certain club were still able to get tickets for the semi-final the day before the semi-final,
And ours sold out when?
which was
On the day?
astonishing for a so-called big club.
Ours sold out on the day, didn't
Massive.
Yeah.
they? My son,
yeah.
my
I
son
was
spent
queued to
14 and a half hours in a queue in the pouring rain
Yeah, I did as
outside
well.
St Andrews
I did.
to get those tickets. 14 and a half hours.
I did, yeah.
My son Luke, and I tell you what, my other lad Adam went to meet him and bought him a cup of tea and texted him, just text me when you get them and text me when you get them. You know what I mean? It's down with some freezing.
Yeah.
And he suffers from Raynaud syndrome, so his fingers
Oh,
go
yeah,
white
yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
I bet he really suffered that day. I bet
Yeah.
he really did. However, he managed to stand
Fair
for
play.
14 and a half hours to get the tickets that sold out on
Fair
the
play.
day.
The Blues area was packed to the rafters at Wembley, and Arsenal's end was empty till 5 minutes to kick off. Yeah,
It was, yeah.
They do,
Yeah.
they do that
Yeah.
in London. Don't they? Just
Yeah.
the cockneys on.
But
So. What I hate about cup finals as well is at the end where the away supporters just go now.
It never
They
used
never
to.
used
It
to.
never used to happen, did it? Yeah.
It was such a fantastic attack. If you'd have been beaten 4-0, they used to.
Yeah,
wait
just to clap both teams.
just to
round
be
on a
there,
lap
soak
and
up the
all
atmosphere. You're
I
probably
think
never
that
ever
would-
going to go there again. A lot
I
of
think
people.
that would very much depend on who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Reading fans stayed, didn't they?
Yeah, Reading fans did, yeah.
Because
Yeah, they did, yeah.
they are there for
Yeah.
the occasion. But if Arsenal were
No.
to lose,
Well, they
Then-
would expect. They would expect
exactly,
And that's the big
so
thing,
that's
were
why they go.
expecting to win, weren't they?
That's the bit I didn't like about the
I don't-
cup final.
I don't
It's just
suppose like
empty.
the likes of Paddy Power have got odds out on the game yet, have they? I suppose it's all dependent on
has been some odds
player
placed out.
availability.
Yeah,
I suppose it'll change though, won't they?
Yeah.
So if you can find out what the
Yeah.
odds are, and
I'll look.
would be
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, if you could research backwards to 27th of February 2011, find out what the odds were for that game.
Yeah.
Let's not bother.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can't beat a bit of a wind up.
I queued up from the Royal George all the way back to the tickets office from 10 a.m. and got served at 7 p.m.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
Blue Arbor. Absolutely proud of you, mate.
That
Nice
one I
one.
did, yeah.
Brilliant. And I actually slept outside St Andrews on the Leyland Duff.
Oh, yes, I did as well. Yeah, I
Slept.
slept there. Yeah, I slept as well.
I probably
yeah,
slept
I
with you,
did,
Chris.
Yeah, probably did, yeah. Yeah.
Disturbing thought.
Yeah. Oh, it was a gypsy camp where we was. Yeah.
And then we got up the next morning. I think the allocation had sold out. There was only very minimal allocation. It sold out like in no time at all. And then Samish turned up with his dolly bird, and I ripped him a new backside. To be honest with you, I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person. But there was my season ticket in my hand, right? And I had no ticket for the Leyland Daft Cup final. So after writing to the football club, and then eventually getting my tickets, I think about 3 days later I had to go back again. They sent me 4 more through the post, which I had to pay for. So,
Yeah.
so I had 8 all. So I think we had 8.
4
or
to
6 or
7
something like that.
Arsenal, 3 to 1 draw, 5 to 1 Aston Villa. That's on Paddy Power.
That's at the moment. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. See how that goes
Might
over
put a few
the
quid
weeks.
on,
Right. So
Arsenal.
go on then. We'll write these down.
Yeah, it's worth a fiver, isn't it? On Arsenal.
4 to 7 a home win, which is Arsenal.
Who win?
Unbackable.
Yeah.
Arsenal win 4 to 7.
3 to 1 a draw.
Draw 3 to 1.
5 to 1 for Villa.
Scrum 5 to 1. Yeah, we'll just monitor that over the next few weeks. You wanted Chris. We've got a guest in the studio tonight. We'll carry on without you, mate. You carry on. Right, who do you think is coming down from the Premier League now? Then there's been a few twists and turns over the last week or
Yeah, that's a really tough one.
There could still be Villa.
I thought 3 weeks ago, I thought Leicester were gone, big time gone.
What an
But
absolute
that's an
amazing
incredible
change
turnaround.
they've
That
had-
is.
they've
That
had
is an
there.
unbelievable turnaround. And going the other way, Burnley don't even look like scoring.
No.
Burnley, could, so I'll worry about Burnley. I think Leicester might get out of it. They've got a nice run. I think
who do you think's going to replace Leicester?
I
then?
think Hull.
Right.
I think Hull's running is horrible, and
somebody else
and
is running
similarly
that's
to
not quite
Burnley,
nice though, is it?
similarly to Burnley, Hull don't look like scoring. I don't know where Hull's goals are coming from.
But then, having said that, we could have said that about Leicester 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. But Leicester always seem to have an abundance of strikers, whether they're scoring or not. They've got Vardy, Nugent, Ulloa,
Yeah.
Kramaric. They've got those players there. I don't see that in Hull, and if Danny Ings isn't scoring, I don't see it in Burnley either. So
I can't see him stopping there though.
Especially if they go down, definitely not. But even if they stay up, I can't see him either. So I would say my three would be Burnley, QPR, and Hull. I think Leicester will get out of it.
And you
Which
think
3 weeks
you
ago?
think they're up the road now? I mean, bear in mind what's happened over the
big time
weekend.
safe, easily safe.
yeah.
Which
I don't feel anywhere near
we were joking about it a few weeks ago, but this is turning out to be their best season in a long time. Survival and an FA Cup final.
Yeah.
They might even win the thing. So,
Sickening.
from 3 weeks ago.
That puts paid to a lot of songs at St Andrews, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll have to rewrite the script.
So
The thing is, it's going to get squeaky bum time, isn't it? Because when you look at
Well, this is it. You're right. Okay, look at the
against Man
situation that you're
City,
in now.
for goodness sake,
Look at the situation that you're in now, right? Not one of your players now wants an injury between now and the 30th of May. Not one.
However,
not one.
There are several players in that team that are not guaranteed to get in that final, and will be wanting to try and you can look at it both
You
ways.
can look at that. But you can also look at the fact that you still have to assure your Premier League safety. Yeah. And
I don't think it's over yet.
that's one thing that we were talking about the other week. Is what would your priority be? I'm sure it would be.
I think they'll
Premier League.
finish above Newcastle. I think they'll be absolutely fine.
A lot's
I
going to
really
depend now on it's the. I mean, you had the same thing after the final. You suffered.
But our final was in February.
Yeah.
But it's still in season. You know
but
what I mean?
you did suffer after that final, didn't you?
Yeah.
There was a backlash.
Yeah, absolutely. The
We're
Wolves
still
gave us-
suffering.
Hey, but
We beat the Dingles the other week. Who cares?
so
So go on then. What do you?
I
What do you think?
I just think
You're still fearful. Go on.
Of
are
course,
you?
yeah, I am because our next fixture is Man City.
Yep. Who's
And,
Leicester's next? You know?
I don't, but I'm sure I can find
No,
out.
no. Go on.
But we lose that, and the other teams around us win. All of a sudden, it gets a bit.
The twist is there again, and it's
In fact, I do know Leicester's
I'm
next
starting to feel a
game.
bit better now.
It's Burnley away.
right. So that could really put a big dent in Burnley's promotion stride, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Leicester are at the stage now then where they possibly
Leicester
think they can
have
do that one.
gone. Leicester have gone from thinking that they're down to now being favourites for that game.
Yeah.
So, but that'll be interesting because to see how they react to being favourites. Because the whole of the season, they've been the underdog, written off, and now they're favourites against Burnley.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. Well, yeah.
Right, so I'm going to write these down, Chris.
Go on then.
We'll keep monitoring these, over the next couple of weeks as well. So this is just for you personally. All right, so you're going to go for bottom,
Burnley,
second from bottom,
QPR.
I
Hull.
think QPR are going to get out of it, and Hull.
I think you could be right because they're playing very, very well at the moment, aren't they?
Right, and your Premier League winners, I think it's quite obvious.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Chelsea.
Right,
Easily,
Chelsea.
yeah.
I'm probably going to go along with Blue Obber, who says Sunderland, QPR and Burnley.
So Blue Obber's going. I take it he's putting Burnley at the bottom there. Sunderland.
Well, I mean, that's a big fixture, Chris. Two big fixtures
Yeah.
coming up when you're talking Leicester, Burnley, but also you've got Hull versus Crystal Palace. That's their next match.
And who have you got after Man City?
I don't know at the moment. I'll
You
see
will
if I
find
can
out
find
now.
out. Yep.
Where are Palace
So
in the
Blue
league?
Obber's going.
Palace are comfortable. Yeah, they're fine.
Sunderland, QPR, Burnley.
Yeah. And Chelsea have won it now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Most of they've won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So your next lot then is Man City.
I'm working on it.
Oh right. Okay.
Everton.
Everton. That's not going to be an easy one.
No.
No. They've just recently just got a bit.
Oh no!
of
No!
form
No!
or
No! No!
something,
No!
haven't
That's
they?
right. Hold on. That's.
What are you doing? Looking at last year's?
Ladies.
I was.
Brilliant.
So we're at Man City, then home to Everton, home to West Ham,
Not going to be easy.
No.
away to Southampton,
Not going to be easy.
That's
home to Burnley
That could be.
on the
That,
last day of the season.
that-
On the last day of the season, Villa are home to Burnley and Leicester have got QPR.
if you lose all 4 of them games before that,
and it's not
and
inconceivable.
that's not inconceivable. It's not. It's not inconceivable.
Don't forget,
You think
we
it is?
weren't
Yeah,
there.
it is. They've
it's
got
not
West Ham at home, for goodness
Yeah, but
sake.
it's not
If you could
inconceivable.
write a fixture right now for a team at the bottom, it would be West Ham at home.
But then I wouldn't have written Liverpool out of an FA Cup final this year. You can all have a bad day. You can all have a good day.
True.
You know, you had a bad day at the office on Sunday, and that happened. You know, which gave the squeaky little bedsheet wavers something to shout about for 6 weeks.
How many points do you reckon we need to be safe?
Well, you'll beat West Ham at home, and that'll be it. You'll be
think
fine.
You say you think 3 points
Yeah,
will do it?
yeah, definitely.
That's dependent on everybody else, though, Chris. As
No,
well.
I know, but have a look at Hull's running. Search for Hull's fixtures if you want an absolute horror show.
Yeah, they've.
But are there any easy? You know, this point of the season. I don't think there are
Yes,
any easy,
there
aren't
are.
any
It's
easy
West.
ones.
It's called West Ham at home,
No.
and they've got them. And Newcastle. If you're playing with someone like West Ham or Newcastle at this time of the season, and you need something, you're absolutely fine.
I think you put your season pretty much safe when you beat Sunderland, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
That was-
and especially last week winning
that
at
was a
Spurs
punch,
as
wasn't
well.
it?
No,
I know.
yeah. So Burnley have got Leicester.
Really
in
let
Hull.
me down.
Are away to Crystal Palace,
Listen
home
to this
to
now.
Liverpool,
Winnable.
home against Arsenal.
Winnable.
Arsenal, is
Winnable.
Arsenal.
Winnable. They've got a final to think of.
Yeah.
Home against Burnley,
Easy.
away against Tottenham,
No problem.
and the last match, Man United.
Villa are down.
Biff. What's the problem with that?
Hull have got
To me,
Liverpool,
To me, Bruce is going to turn that round, mate.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, and Man United in their next
Yeah.
in 4 of the next 6
Still
games.
unfortunate, isn't it?
They
Really?
they are gone. I can't see them getting anything.
Oh dear. Never mind.
See, I
Burnley
bet
have
you
got
don't feel so
Leicester.
despondent now, do you? There's an air of optimism, I reckon.
I've had a bad weekend, Chris.
Yeah.
I've had a bad weekend, right? And I had to have a few
Whiskies.
pints of Guinness yesterday, and a few beers, and then a few Bacardis later on as well. So I had to numb the brain last night because I just couldn't comprehend what had just happened over the weekend. It was like losing your mother-in-law. Right. So, right, okay, that's the Premier League sorted out then. Chris, as far as you're concerned, who's coming up?
Watford, definitely. I was really surprised that Bournemouth didn't win, especially
I got them on my Super 6 for a 2-1.
going
as well.
up to 2. You know, you go down to 10 men and you still take the lead at home. I was really surprised to see them pegged back. However, I think their fixtures are kind, and I think they'll probably just about hold on. So I think it'll be Watford and Bournemouth who go up automatic, and then flip a coin for the playoffs. My goodness.
Middlesbrough, Norwich, Derby.
Middlesbrough have got a bit of momentum. Norwich will be disappointed that they lost to Middlesbrough, but arguably they have the best squad. Derby have regained a bit of.
Isn't it strange from the minute they lost?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't lose, obviously. That 2-2 draw, the wheels
Yeah.
fell off, and then
Yeah.
we beat the Dingles, and the wheels have fell off.
Yeah,
So they've lost. Is it two on the run now?
yeah. They drew to Ipswich, but that
Drew
didn't
to
do
Ipswich.
them any
No,
help.
not at all. Not at all.
I think Ipswich will sneak the last playoff place.
Yeah.
I will.
Watford have played a couple of games more than Bournemouth, haven't they?
No, have they?
Unless this is an old table.
I thought
Probably
everyone was
last
on
year's, 'cause all the
44.
ladies.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
Watford,
go Watford, Bournemouth.
Watford played 44.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong table.
You're looking at points, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, Watford played 44, Bournemouth 44. They've all played 44.
Yeah.
Apart from Blackburn, who are on 60 points and pretty much out of the equation anyway.
Yeah.
Wolves
and
on
us,
72, Brentford on 72, Ipswich 75. And Ipswich's goal difference is 7 better as well than Wolves.
Yeah.
So it's
I
It
think
is like you
Ipswich
say.
will sneak the last playoff place.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I will go for Norwich to win the playoffs.
Norwich to win the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'll go Watford, Bournemouth, and Norwich.
But at
to
one
go
stage, I
up.
mean, look at Forest now, 59 points.
Yeah, they were really close.
They were flying not long ago. Flying not long ago. They were, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
5 points behind us, 54.
Yeah.
And we've got a game in hand, so
We certainly have as well.
yeah,
So we could only jump Cardiff out that.
yeah.
So,
But then Charlton at home on Saturday, which is a winnable game as well. So
54, 50, 60. Yeah, we'd still their goal difference is minus 17.
Yeah.
We've got the worst goal difference in the top. Well, anybody above us. So
yeah,
sorry, ours is minus 13. Huddersfield minus 17. No, one below. I still can't complain at that.
no, definitely not.
When I came out of Burton on Trent, I was shopping that day, and we were 2-0 down. And I came by the time I got home 8-0 down. I thought the season would finish then.
Yeah.
Then I thought the season was done for.
I remember the programme after that, and my life.
You remember my face after
Yeah,
that as well, don't you?
yeah. You guys, I had to go around and hide all the ties and all the ropes and all the. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, but like I say, we've done ever so well to get to where we are now. I don't think we can have any complaints about what happens.
But
between
also,
now
what
and
we
the
think
season.
of now is that with limited resources, in inverted commas, it could be Gary Rowett's team next year as well. He'll pick who he wants to stay.
Yeah.
It'll probably be dictated that some of them that are going to
We'll
go.
leave, yeah.
But there are others, I dare take it, that he will say, "Well, I'm sorry, we don't need you."
Yeah.
And I think the summer's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm quite looking forward to this, the summer months. And we've got a pre-season against Kidderminster as well, haven't we? I remember that FA. Was it FA Cup game we played?
coming out
again,
Dear me. Oh dear me. Oh.
Looking forward to Kidderminster.
Blue Obba's saying Watford and Borough to go straight up, Norwich to play Ipswich in the playoffs. That would be incredible. That'd be
That'd be a good one, yeah.
They'd have to put some tractors on to get that up there, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Hard.
Who did
And
he say to go up
Ipswich
automatic?
to go straight up. What are the odds on that? Sorry.
Ipswich to go.
Well, Blue Obba's saying Watford and Borough to go straight up.
Borough. Okay.
Yeah, Norwich to
Play.
play Ipswich in the
Yeah,
playoffs and
and
Ipswich
Ipswich.
to go straight up. What are the odds on that?
Ipswich to win the playoffs against Norwich.
With Mr. Boring.
Wow.
Could happen. Could happen.
Could do.
Well, always it sneaks in at
I'll
the
tell you
end.
what, that'd be some final though. Norwich Ipswich.
Yeah.
Be some journey back, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think the winners will be staying a bit longer than the losers. So. But yeah, it's a possibility. Like you say, I do think Ipswich will sneak in, but then if they sneak in and finish sixth, then they'll have to play the team who finishes third, which I do think that whoever finishes third will have a better squad than Ipswich's, but momentum normally takes how the playoffs go. So
That's right, yeah,
if
yeah.
you have finished
Yeah.
third,
Very much so.
then it
Yeah.
probably means that you've lost one of the last two, because if you miss out, then
Only because I can't remember, where did we finish when we got into the playoffs with the Darren Carter?
Fifth.
We were fifth, weren't
Yeah,
we?
we
So-
were
so-
fifth, yeah.
yeah. And it looks like Derby will finish fifth this
Yeah.
year. So.
Yeah, they're lying fifth now, aren't they? So,
I just hope the Dingles don't get back in.
No, I can't see it now.
I'm hoping
I
not.
can't see it now. I think.
Can you
they're-
find out what their running is for us, Gio?
I know they've
please?
got Wigan. Oh, I know it. There's the bottom two. They've got Wigan and then Millwall.
Yeah.
Millwall. Irrelevant team.
Both teams will go down, so they'll probably win both of them. Wolves, but they need Ipswich to lose.
That's right.
to
I
drop
put them on
points.
I put them on 78. wasn't
Yeah,
it? So-
Yeah.
it needs Ipswich to drop points in both of their games. Then, so
And Ipswich have got a far superior.
yeah,
they're not far-
exactly.
There's 7 goal difference, and then
Yeah.
and then you go up one. It's Derby got 32.
It's Ipswich fixtures you want to look at. If we can get
I'm looking at.
if
it.
Ipswich
I'm
win one of the last two, then
That's pretty
Wolves
much it.
won't
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah. It's quite an interesting end to the season as we're not involved in it this year, and
Nottingham Forest.
the bit that
Nottingham Forest at home and Blackburn away. I think they could win the Forest one. So.
Yeah. What's going on here? This is brilliant. I'm loving it. Oh dear. Not being involved in anything now. We can kind of sit back and...
It's a lot more relaxing than it was last year.
Yeah, we can kind of sit back and have a look at everybody else's plight.
Yeah.
Blackpool have gone. Wigan certainly look like they're going to go.
Wigan and Millwall, I think, are gone.
Yeah. Millwall still got a game in hand. That would put them on 43. Rotherham got a game in hand. It's a tight one. It's going to go to the wire. But not our wire.
No, exactly. That's the main thing.
How ironic was it though that we drew Bolton at the last game of the season again this year away?
Yeah.
That surely must mean we must have a home fixture next season, mustn't it, for the last game?
You'd have thought so, with it being away the last 2 seasons. Yeah.
Does it really matter? I mean, I don't mind.
No, exactly. You've got to play everyone twice,
to look
haven't
forward
you?
to
So,
at the end of the season.
I don't know. I think it's always nice to have the last game at home.
Finish at home.
Finish at home is nice.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
And as long as the numpties don't run on the pitch.
Well, we've started away and finished away this season because we started at Borough away, didn't we?
No pitch invasion on Sunday, was there? Kept that to
No,
themselves, didn't they?
yeah. I don't know what you're on about. But.
Yeah, so...
You can't touch me today, I'm sorry.
And then up from League One.
Bristol City are confirmed. They
Yep,
were confirmed
yes.
champions, so we'll be playing them next year.
Always a good away day.
Yeah.
Potentially big club, Bristol City.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're doing
Sleeping
renovations
Giants
on their
kind of
ground
phrase.
as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Chairman
like you
seems
say,
a nice
that's
guy as well, doesn't he?
that's a big club down there. That's a big potential fan base
Yeah.
down in Bristol.
Yeah,
So if they got a big club,
Yeah.
then they could go places there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a tricky one then. I'm not 100% sure on the situation with the points.
Well, you got Bristol
I think
City.
MK Dons are really close now.
That's right, they're
Bristol
third,
City
aren't they?
confirmed
It's
as going up with 93.
Yeah.
Preston, a game in hand on 83 points. Milton Keynes, sorry, no, well, I've only got a game in hand on Bristol, so it's not going to make any difference. So Preston played 43-83.
Yeah.
Milton Keynes Dons 43-82.
Yeah.
Listen to this one, it's interesting. Swindon 42-76.
Yeah, I think MK Dons might sneak it because they've got the momentum now. That they won handsomely at the weekend. I think 5-1.
Big stadium as well, isn't it?
And that's like Bristol. That's a nice ground they've got there. It's an ambitious chairman. It's an ambitious club, and if they could make it into the championship and build that attendance.
I used to work in Milton Keynes, horrible place.
Yeah,
Horrible place.
I went there for the
concrete jungle, isn't it?
I went there for the England game recently, the England ladies game against the USA.
The football stadium was just slightly out of the centre, isn't it?
Yeah,
Purpose built,
it's
wasn't it?
in the complex.
Yeah.
It's in a complex full of shops and restaurants, and it is almost like it's in the middle of nowhere. And then you hit this complex where there's everything. So, yeah.
But
So I think Bristol City definitely. I think MK Dons might sneak it, and then the playoffs, like I say, same as the championship. It's so difficult to call. Preston will be disappointed that they'll have missed out. Whether it's Preston or Milton Keynes, they'll be disappointed that they've missed out on automatic promotion. But I think they're the better teams in the league. So as long as they can get their heads right, they should be able to. Milton Keynes, especially at home, they're a strong team. So
yeah, I actually think Swindon are probably just out of it now.
For automatic,
76.
yeah.
They've played 42, 76 points, so they could go.
They'll need to win
79.
all 4 and hope that the other 2 falter.
Going to be an interesting end to the season, but a couple of them have already
It's
been
good that
decided.
with 2 games left, we only know 1 promoted team
and one relegated
and 1
team.
relegated team from Championship and League One.
Yeah.
The top of the Championship's been ridiculous all season, but for it to be 2 games left, and we still don't know one team that's been promoted is remarkable, really.
Yeah, so Blue Ob was saying pre-season at the Cobblers is a local one for me. We may meet you down there, mate.
Oh, okay. Was that Northampton?
Yeah.
Cobblers. Yeah.
Hello.
Borough have only scored 14 goals more than Blues this season. That's quite a lot, though.
Their defence is really good, though. It showed on Friday night away at Norwich. They got the early goal, and they defended really well for the rest of the game.
Another potentially big club as well.
Yeah. Another
Yeah.
newish ground.
Yeah.
that if they were in the Premier League, they'd be looking to fill that every week. So yeah.
Will we ever fill our ground again?
No, not until such time as we are back in the Premier League.
You
if
say that
ever
we filled it out for West Brom.
Yeah.
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 Well,
You get a bit. You get
sorry,
a
I thought you were on about like
week in, week out.
20,
No,
30,000,
definitely
30,000.
not unless we're in the Premier League.
Yeah.
If we can't fill it, how can we improve?
This is
the
a
atmosphere?
great debate we had
It was,
last week.
yeah,
Well,
it was
the
massive
first
one,
one that we
yeah.
had last week, though, was the debate
Yeah.
on, and I thought it was a very sensible move, flogging the seats at the front off.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
I thought it was a great
Definitely,
idea.
yeah.
I thought it was
How
great.
sensible is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Why have them empty?
Get your season tickets. You can price your season tickets for whatever you want
Yeah.
on the top tier, especially at the Tilton and Cop, because they'll sell. They're the same people that buy them year in, year out.
Yep.
But like you say, the bottom tier seats,
They never sell out. There's nothing
get
worse
your,
than seeing that.
sell
on
your
TV.
season tickets
Terrible.
It's
cheap.
awful.
Terrible.
Sell your season tickets for cheap.
Yeah.
So what are you going for? The first 10 rows, say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
10
10 rows.
yeah,
Yeah.
first 10 rows.
Because I detest
What-
sitting in any.
What's the one
Yeah.
in the main stand? 230 quid, is it?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
£10 a
yeah.
game
£10
in
game.
the Championship. Get it down to 200
Yeah.
for that first 10 rows.
Or,
Match day tickets for a fiver.
this might
First
be,
10
this
rows.
might be controversial. Knock the main stand down.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Knock the main stand for
And
the
put-
time being.
and put
Have
in-
3 sides.
Knock it down and put in a mural like the
Yeah.
Arsenal did.
That's right. Do that
That's
for
long
do
ago.
that for a season. Let's have let's have a look at
We
a bit
could
of
borrow
crowd
that
for
mural,
a
couldn't we?
change.
Just get all the kids in the local schools to colour all the shirts. in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Save us buying one.
But I think it's a great idea. What Ali suggested. Why not? They're either empty or you get money for them. It's a no-brainer, surely.
And then
I'd have thought so.
I would shut the rest of the railway off as well to home supporters.
Yeah, sure. Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Whilst we're like we are.
Yeah. Why not put
Yeah.
the away supporters in the main stand? Shouldn't have that. You can't see them down.
You just knocked it down 5
no.
minutes ago. You just
Rebuild
bulldozed it.
rebuild it again. But just to put the
Logistics.
away fans, yeah.
Logistics of getting them out of there.
You could easily do it straight
You
down.
think?
Yeah, you could do it straight down the back. Yeah, no problem.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be an away supporter walking down there.
And back straight into town,
Yeah.
over the bridge,
Yeah.
straight down.
No, I think the best place from is
Down
is
the
where
country
they are.
road.
Says buses out down the country road and gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Police escort out on away. Get them all gone. Get them gone. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would bulldoze the main stand.
Yeah. So apart from it being an eyesore, look at it. We have a bit more atmosphere, surely, with a bit more in 3 sides and spread about a bit.
Yeah, Chris. Would you do it?
Can't.
Do I take my angle grinder down later?
No. I don't know. It's a lot to think about because it's not just a stand. It's there's houses behind there and there's all the suites that are in there and everything and the players.
It's in right state, though, isn't it?
It is a right state, isn't it?
There's going to be people in there who've had their season ticket there for 30 odd years.
There were people in the
whatnot.
Cop and the Tilton that had their season ticket for 30 odd years.
Yeah.
They bulldozed them.
But that was to rebuild it
Yeah.
and sort it out.
Yeah, but
that
eventually
wasn't,
the
that wasn't
main
just to
stand
make
will
it
be
look a bit better
Yeah.
on TV.
It would look a bit odd, wouldn't it? Because the cameras would have to be resighted somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's just
On a
like
crane,
a
like it used to,
crane in
yeah,
there, or like
yeah.
a cherry picker with the old BBC man on it.
Yeah. Dangling.
I think we just have to take what we've got at the moment, and it might not look great on TV, but then a lot of grounds are like that, aren't they? A lot of grounds are half full at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, on your other one then, Chris, how would you increase the atmosphere? What else would you do to increase atmosphere? Not so much the amount of people that are there, but the general atmosphere at away days is amazing.
Yeah. It's recreating that. Maybe they should expand on this block 39 in the corner. And they're very close to the away fans, and they give it some. There's a lot of banter going.
Not
on.
enough of them there, though, is there?
There's not enough of them there. Maybe a dedicated section for,
Like they do at
singing or
Palace.
something. Yeah, maybe.
Quite funny because
An
when
ultra
we
type
were
thing,
young, Chris,
yeah.
we used to have the Tilton Road
And the
in
Cop.
the old Tilton Road
Yeah.
and the Cop, and when they were full, like
Yeah.
it would be one. We ate Villa more than
Fantastic,
you,
yeah.
and all this, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we just hated them all. Equally.
And I remember the away fans in the Tilton.
The away
and
fans
that
in the
was
Tilton,
just electric
it was
everywhere.
absolutely
you
mental.
you were
There
going
was a
to an
net.
away. Yeah,
There was
the
a
nets,
net.
That's right. Yeah, you were going to an away game every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Home and away.
But then look at the crowds.
Yeah.
There was 35,000
Yeah.
there every single week. Then there's not what we're looking to scrape 14, 15,000. That's half of that sitting down.
Yeah.
It's
It's
never
modern
going to
day
happen, is it?
football, unfortunately. You can't compare. You'll never get back to the 70s slash 80s because of the era and
You don't remember
the
either. do you,
lifestyle.
really?
No, of course not. No.
And I tell you what, that's a shame, Chris, because you genuinely missed out on some amazing experiences.
Yeah.
Amazing. I was there like every week with my hair on, and
Someone else touched on this. Do you remember, like in those days, that when a game was coming up, it was advertised in the Mail. You'd see like a little advertisement, Birmingham City.
yeah.
But where's that? You don't see that anymore.
No, where's the Sports Argos? Where's the pink?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't see
Where's the
that.
pink?
Yeah.
So what's that? Come on, commercial guys. What are they doing? Why aren't they out there promoting that? This product?
Because of the influence of social media
I was just going
nowadays,
to
there's
say
absolutely
because
no
you
need
only
to
have
do it.
over
Not every-
Twitter and Facebook.
yeah.
There's no need to do it whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's no need to expend on an advert in
Yeah.
a paper when you've got all
Free
the tools to
social
do
media,
it,
yeah.
literally from one iPad.
Yeah.
And
Plus the
you
fact,
can-
who reads newspapers these days? Not as many. No. Well, yeah.
I do.
old,
Not as
old
many.
You
people.
swapped in with
Yeah.
one.
Old people buy
Yeah, I
newspapers.
wonder why that was.
Old people buy newspapers
Yeah,
nowadays.
Yeah.
Old people buy newspapers. Oh, you got
do,
one today,
yeah.
didn't you? You got one.
It's true though, isn't it? It
And I
is
would,
true.
I would say that
but I don't- I
35% of the people down at St Andrews are over our age.
Yeah.
But I very rarely buy newspapers.
I don't buy newspapers. I
They
can't
aren't on
remember the last
social
time I
media.
bought
I
newspapers.
think they want to introduce the younger people though, because
Yeah.
that's
So
that's
why
your
aren't-
future branding, is it?
So
That's
why
your
aren't,
future
why
fan for
aren't
the
they
next
on,
50
why aren't they
years.
going around schools? Why haven't we got like
Yeah.
ambassadors that are going around schools like promoting
This is
the
like a
club?
speedway.
Who
It
have
is,
we
isn't
got
it? I
there?
know. It's
Who
what
have
we
we
were
got there?
talking about.
Who could be our ambassador? Paul Robinson.
We could have volunteer ambassadors from the club. Wouldn't you want to do it? Promote your club. Just an idea.
Well, there we go. The ideas, I'm sure, will keep coming, and we'll still be in the same boat next year,
We will.
talking about the same things.
Certainly will next
year.
week.
Yeah.
2 more Tilton Talks, as I say, to go, so we look forward to seeing you all or being with you next Monday. Thanks, Chris Pugh. Thanks, GA. It is actually good to see you, even under the circumstances. Chris, thanks for the hospitality and the sparkling water, which I wouldn't drink, so you can save that.
I've just realised I had some nuts as well in that drawer.
You got some what?
I had some nuts in that drawer as well.
I would have thought you were
Nuts in the
speaking
drawer.
in a high
No,
voice.
bottom right. Bottom right, yeah. Saved them for you.
This is good for radio.
We've got nuts.
Sorry.
You trapped your nuts in the drawer again.
I know, yeah.
Gracious me. What have we got? Salt. Oh, there's roasted salted cashew nuts. I've had one of these before. I
Save,
think.
yeah, I was going to say, you could save them for next week.
Only one. No, actually, go on then. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
save it
save
till
it.
next week. There we go. 'Cause I'll go sale. Well, Reading up next, and then Charlton Saturday, is it?
Charlton Saturday.
Charlton Saturday at home. Are you working?
Yep.
All right, mate. Okay. Well, perhaps I'll see you there. Who knows?
Yes.
GA, thanks ever so much for coming in and entertaining the troops
Hey.
on such a dark and dismal grey day. Keep right on to the end of the road. Look forward to a couple of Blues wins, which would be nice, and then
And one Sunday as well, Blues Ladies.
Blues Ladies on Sunday, of course. Yeah. See if I can get to that one. I'll see if I can get. Have a great week, guys. See you.
The chant of Super Blues ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let
Image 2000 Cleaning. We are an expanding family business with 20 years experience in the cleaning industry. If you are experiencing problems with your present cleaning arrangements, or even if you are not, and just require a one-off spring clean, we would be happy to offer a free quotation. Call us now on 0121 604 1047 or on mobile 07967 137783, or go to our site image2000cleaning.co.uk and fill in the contact form there. SRBRadio.com. You or your business can advertise on SRB Radio from as little as £10 per month, or even just advertise on one of our shows. Get in contact with us now at chris@sports-radio.co.uk.